Working? Yeah. Okay. We have Microsoft over there. Welcome, Microsoft. Where's Glenn? Hey, I forgot your name.
Me?
Yes.
Alice.
Alice. Welcome. Any other Microsoft employees here? Okay. Well,
Another one he's missing, Dylan, but you'll see him, he'll present tomorrow.
missing as in you don't know where he is? Should we locate him? Okay. So down the road, we would like to see AWS and Google over there. We are working on that. If you know anybody at Google or AWS that can make it happen, this is community. Go make it happen, please. On this side, there are slight changes, but by and large, this is what it is. So again, if you see, if you are, first of all, if you are here as an end user, and if you don't see your organization's logo over there, we should fix that. Find someone from the board, OpenSFS board, and let's have a talk. I mean, the membership fee is just $1,000 per year. Any organization should be able to afford that. Unless you have a principal objection why that shouldn't be the case, we should talk. But if you don't see your logo, or if you know a member, if you know an end user organization that you should think over there, but it's not there, let's talk. It takes all of us to keep this community alive. So do your part, please. There's a software update. I'm going to skip that. I'm not going to try to do that. Okay. Okay. Who are we? We facilitate a community around Lustre. We try to be the ringmaster or the neutral party between the vendors and the end users. And we try to be a conduit between the vendors and the users. We tried different ways of doing that, how to be a conduit in the past. Some worked, some didn't. Things that didn't work, we tried a few times, then we abandoned, try something new. We are trying to promote Lustre and the Lustre community. We are trying to make sure that the Lustre remains vendor neutral, open, and freely downloadable. So those are the plus ups that we provide to the community. That's what you get out of this, practically OpenSFS. And we organize this Lustre user group meeting at least once a year, when we can in person, when we cannot virtually. But we provide this medium so that we can hear wonderful talks like the one from Tech, or wonderful talks like the compression, huh? AWS. So we provide this medium so that we can exchange ideas, hear what is going on, who is doing what, and provide the medium to do professional networking. This is what you get out of this community organization. So this is essential. Whether its name is OpenSFS or 10,000 Monkeys, doesn't matter. But this is important for this community to stay healthy and vibrant. So speaking about vibrant, I had a wonderful news, and I particularly like that. And I want to share that with you, not that. Last time we did this in person, it was back in Houston, 2019, okay? Some of you were there. I remember the faces. Some of you weren't. And that was the first time, if I remember correctly, we had student volunteers. So if you were there, you remember not pimple-faced young kids running around and helping us around. That was the way of us trying to bring in young people, fresh blood, into this community, and then maybe provide a sustainable growth over the time. So that was the idea. And guess what? Misha, can you stand up? Misha was one of our student volunteers back in 2019. And he is here today as one of our peers. He's working in the Lustre community as a staff. So this is a fantastic achievement. And guess what? We have three more student volunteers. I don't know where they are. I know Anikta is there. Wes, I don't know where you are. Not student volunteer per se, but welcome to the community, man. And we had Kai. I don't know where Kai is. But so this is a good thing that some seed we planted 4 years ago, or Akron, or whatever, is with us today as peer. Welcome, Misha. Fantastic to have you here. Since I've been asked this question, I thought it was obvious, but I'll make a point of it. We do not fund cluster development, okay? Those days in the past where we had 4 founding members paying $500,000 each, we had a very nice budget to promote and direct cluster development by directly paying, commissioning cluster development efforts. Those days are gone. We have not been doing that for last decade. We don't have that budget. We are working on a very lean budget, which our treasurer will walk you through. We do not do cluster development, but instead we try to be the conduit between the developers and the user community and provide the requirements from one side to the other and provide that communication medium. That's what we do. So, and by bylaws, every year we have some positions up for re-elections, okay? The way we do it is defined in the bylaws which position will be up for re-election every year. And again, by the bylaws, we have, we need to create an independent nominating committee commissioned by the board, but totally independent from the board. They go cultivate nominees, work with those nominees, organize the elections, tally the results, and then come back and report to the board saying, this is the result. So this year, the positions that were up for re-election was the president position and the treasurer position. Before coming to that, I would like to thank our nominating committee. They have been doing this, some of them have been doing this for years on years. So this is community service. This is how you can help. If you don't want to do anything with OpenSFS, just come and enjoy the Luster user group meeting. That's fine, keep doing that. Although it's not the preferred method. But there are other ways to help, okay? So like this, these folks put their names up every year, not for the glory, but it is community service. So I would like to thank Cameron, Christy, and Joe. I know Cameron is here. I haven't seen Christy, and I don't know if Joe is here. Joe, over there. So please stand up, both of you. And heartfelt thanks for both of you for doing this over year and year. Thank you very much. So next year, if you want to be helpful to the community, you can do this. There are other ways you can contribute to the community, but at least you can do this. Just throw your name in the hat, not as running for a position. If you want to do that, yes, by all means do that. But at least you can do this. So please help us out. So this year, for 2 positions, we had 3 candidates. 2 for the president position, 1 for the treasurer position. And these were announced publicly. So you all know who were the candidates, their biography, why they were running, so on and so forth. This was communicated by the nominating committee to the member sites, who these persons are, why they are running, so on and so forth. So based on that, exciting part, we have a new president and we have a new treasurer. So Megan, would you please stand up? Megan Larko is our new president. Megan has been part of the community for long. She has been helping us in different ways over the years. This year in particular, she was running the organizing committee for LUG 23. So thank you. That also means I'm off the hook, so thank you, double time. And Leo, would you please stand up? Leo replaces Krill as our new treasurer, which he will be on the podium in a minute to walk us through the budget. But he is now our new treasurer. And this really means I'm off the hook. That's director at large? No, I'm off the hook. Seriously. I told you I'm off the hook back in November, and it's all according to the plan. I have done this enough. So I want to say a few words before I walk off the stage. So thank you for all your support all over the years. I truly enjoyed doing this, but it's time, after doing it so many years, that I need a peace of mind to step away and focus on my day job, and then meet the requirements over there. But I really enjoy being this part of this community. So I want to thank you, each and every one of you that I have seen over the years, old-timers and newcomers. Thank you. Once again, I want to underline something as a parting gift. This is a community effort. None of what you see happens overnight behind the scenes. The talks you have seen is us at times twisting arms to get those into this schedule. Sponsors, we have to reach out and try to convince them that this is a worthwhile thing, that they should spend their money, and that is how this happens. The LWG, where's Peter? Peter, not here. Oh, hiding at the back. Hey, man. Peter and Dustin have been doing the LWG over the years. They are sacrificing their time, try to do some community service that we should all be aligned in our requirements and development efforts. And only a few fraction of you are involved with LWG calls, or perhaps even knew that they were existed. So be more part of your community. This is the only way this community will stay alive. Last 10 years, last 20 years, we have been alive for 22 years, 23 years now, right? 23 years now, yeah. If we don't stay active as a community, there won't be any 23 years down the road. I can tell you that, okay? We have more tougher competition today than we had in the last 2 decades. We have new upcomer storage technologies and parallel file systems. If we do not adapt, we won't survive. We have different workloads coming in. It's not the past workloads that we have been accustomed over the last 2 decades are dominant. Things are changing. We have to adapt to survive. And it takes all of you. If you want to keep enjoy using Lustre, if you want to be part of this community going further, you have to put your skin in the game. That is as clear as day to me. And that is my parting words with you. So please help him.
And despite what he says, he's not actually off the hook, because the former president by the bylaws becomes the director at large, so he's still legally bound to like show up to a meeting or two.
And I'm replacing Steve Sims. He was our director at large. He has done tremendous service to this community, but by laws, he is now no longer director at large, so he can enjoy his peace and focus on his day job. Yeah, I'm over there, but I'm just a figurehead, man. I'm just a figurehead.
And this seems like a good time. We wanted to thank you for all of your efforts towards OpenSFS and all the time you spent and all the blood, sweat, and tears and all those good things. We talked about getting, and it was Sims's idea, so you know, we talked about getting you an authentic like 12 to 18 inch Turkish sword. But then we also said we don't want you to get detained at TSA. So instead we got you something maybe more practical than a sword, maybe a little less practical. But this, for those who can't see, it says OpenSFS, SARP, in recognition to your OpenSFS leadership and contributions to the Lustre community. So
That's
on
sweet.
behalf of the board, we thank you for everything you've done.
That's sweet. Thank you. Well, thank you.
Now, you have another 2 minutes to speak, and then we'll start playing the soundtrack.
Stay. Oh, that was the speech. I'm off the hook. That's the speech. Be kind to each other and take care of your community. That's the speech. So this is your new board composition, okay? Megan is our new president. The king is dead. All hail the queen. Kevin is still the vice president. He had some personal health issues that he couldn't be here, so he expressed his regrets. Dominic is here, still our secretary. Just wave. Hey, Dominic. Leo is our new treasurer. Wave. Sean is here as our director at large for community. Sean. And yeah, that's me. Okay, move on. And finances, Leo. You can use this or this. Okay.
Okay, the 2022 finance revenue we have in the 2022. Can you hear me? Yes.
You're a little faint.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay, the 2022 revenue, it was $74,000. And you're asking where the money came from. Basically, we have the 62% came from the membership dues. Sarp explained where are the memberships, and you see, maybe you can see the logos. Also, the roughly 30% came from this event, so this is why your presence here is very important. And we have 8% came from the new memberships. How we spend that money in the 2022? 90% was in the cost of the running the non-profit organization, so we spent roughly $60,000 on that. In operation, just roughly the 5%, and communication and marketing, almost $1,000. For this year, 2023, we were expecting $50,000 from this event. We were expecting more, maybe 100 participants. We were around that.
170, and we are at slightly over 100. So.
Yeah. The other 50% from the memberships. So. Okay, so how we're gonna spend that money this year? Maybe exactly we did last year. $60,000 in the running the nonprofit organization, marketing and communication, another $900, and the operation is basically this $75,000. And for the LUG, for this year, $30,000. And we have some projection for the next year. I know this is very complicated to understand. Basically, this spreadsheet only understandable the people who wrote it. The projection is if we focus in this last number, this is the amount of money we try to earn in the checking account. Where this money come from? Again, from the LUG and from all the memberships. Also, you can see here, this is important, management services is $4,500 monthly. And again, this is the cost to running a nonprofit organization. Okay?
So, any questions about that? If you have questions, we can try to answer them right now, or we can discuss it offline. But the basic idea is we are a nonprofit organization, and we have legal responsibilities, like our budget has to be audited every so often. I don't remember what. But that's, for example, is taken care of by that administrative services. We have to do trademark, since Luster is a trademark owned by OpenSFS and UFS right now. We have to pay that. We have attorneys, if you believe it. And we exchange email with those attorneys. Every time we exchange email, they charge us. We have phone expenses, we have bank expenses, we have website expenses. So actually running a nonprofit is not a cheap thing, as I discovered. So we have two generic income revenues, membership dues, and the revenue that we get out of LUG. And that is the amount of operating budget we have going forward. And that is carried over the years in the green column, green row at the bottom. And that's, you see how that per month transcribes, okay? So if you have questions, the board will be more than happy to answer. There were some questions last year, we tried to answer. If there are questions, we'll be more than happy to answer. This is your community. This is your board. This is your budget, okay? So, any questions?
Is this all FDIC insured? I'm not really joking because my bank is First Republic, so I had a bad weekend.
Yeah, fantastic question. I do not know. I'll figure that one out. I'll get back to you. I don't know which bank we are holding it. I do not know. I do not know. Come on. I said I do not know. Beating the dead horse doesn't get you an answer. I do not know. I'll figure it out, come back to you. Kirill is not here. Kirill had the signature authority as the past president. Now Leo has. Do you know which bank we hold our money? Okay. Will, I'm not gonna make a stupid joke at this point. I will learn it, come back to you, and tomorrow or Thursday, one of these 2 days, I'll update you all. That question never occurred to me, honestly, but it's a very valid question right now. Good question. I'll figure it out. Hopefully, not one of those 4 banks. And hopefully, it's FDIC insured. Okay, any other question? Okay, next slide, please. Okay, you're off the hook. Thanks. So, events. LUG 23. LUG 23, we are there, okay? There's the ISC 23 buff coming up. So if you are attending ISC, which happens every year in Europe, counterpart of SC that's happening in North America every year, there's a buff over there. It is co-hosted by EOFS and OpenSFS. By the way, LUG is OpenSFS event. LAD is EOFS event. It's the counterpart of that. SCISC, LUG, LAD, they are yin and yang, carrying the momentum in North America and Europe. So, is Etienne here? Yes. You can stand up now, or you can stand up at the closing remarks, reminding everybody that they should attend to LAD. We'll do that. Okay, not September, but October. Okay, so if you want to see friends in October, go to LAD. Huh? Bordeaux is still in France, right? So I didn't say anything wrong. I said, if you want to see France in October, as far as I know, Bordeaux is still in France. I corrected that. The NSC is happening, okay? In November, I know that. It's happening in November, and it's in Denver, right? Yes. And we will have a buff over there. I don't have to do anything. Yeah. So, worst case, if you cannot attend ISC or LAD, your community will be at SC. So attend the Luster buff, but also attend the ISC buff if you can, or the LAD. And final one, LUG 24. A year from now on, in April, we will get together. And I don't have to do anything about that. How nice, I like this. But we are looking for host sites for LUG 24, okay? So if you know that you can host a LUG event, this will be all cost neutral to you. You just have to put in your staff time, and OpenSFS will reimburse you for all of those. So for any host site, it will come cost neutral. But if you want to host LUG 24, find someone from the board, and we can work the details out, okay? Call Megan. And LUG 23 hosting committee. A full, big round of applause, and thank you for all the people who make this behind the scenes possible. We have Susan, Sean, and Shanti from SDSC, Stefan from Stanford, Megan from Translucent, Sean, Kirill, hey, me, Kevin from your OpenSFS board. This takes a lot of time behind the scenes to organize an event like that and make it happen. And these people, most of them, do it year after year. So pitch in. This community needs your help, okay? But round of applause for these folks. And that is the end of day one.